Yo, what's up, guys? I got a new computer. This stream is going to be fast as fuck, and there is a lot of value in the market. So let's make sure the shit is working, and then we're going to find some plays. Okay, we're completely good to go. So, oh my God, let's just get in some plays while we can because there is a lot of value. Lines have been going crazy. Players getting injured, all sorts of stuff. So what do we want to do? Let's start out here. So the first play we want to go with is Kobe White over 3.5 rebounds. Bro has been an absolute beast, and let's just make sure we are up and we are up. Okay, so the first play we want to go with is Kobe White over 3.5 rebounds. I mean, Underdog is going crazy today. So you can see this play right here. Anyways, we'll get into it in a sec, but let's shut up for a bit. And let's try to find some plays. We have so much fucking NBA today. It should be a good day. So we have Barnes under 7.5 assists. And then what's the final play we want to go with? We need one more play on Underdog. We could fade Pirtle or we could take Porzingis under 22.5 points. I like this play on Porzingis. Let's take this play on Porzingis. And let's just go ahead. Let's lock it in. What's up, guys? Slip, slip, slips. Let's hit some slips. So here's the first play I'm going to go with. I'm just making sure you can see it on my screen. These motherfuckers already locked Kobe White. Oh my God. So I assume somebody already locked it in because they already bumped two of these, which is frustrating as hell. But long story short, there's some value. So let's get to it. God, man, they bumped that shit quick. So Kobe White is gone. This is the fucking problem with Underdog, is they just bump all the good lines really quickly. I mean, Kobe White, there's been a lot of lineup news today, but you can see Kobe White's a huge favorite to go over. I mean, sportsbooks have just ripped him towards the over, but it's fine. I'm sure we'll find some other plays that we can lock in. So let's just go ahead. Let's look for some stuff. And again, in these live streams, I try to focus on the main books, you know, Underdog, PrizePicks, kind of the books a lot of people have access to. But what we can do is, you know, unfortunately, Underdog bumped a couple of those lines real quickly. But what we can do is we can find some new plays. Let's find some new plays. So let me just log in here and let's make sure we're good to go. And we can kind of take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Underdog and see if we can find some replacements. Hopefully some of you, I mean, I know someone was able to get down that Kobe White play. Yeah, last night they were bumping lines like crazy last night too. I mean, my assumption is people lock it in and, you know, they like, once it gets a certain amount of action, they automatically remove things. Anyways, let's just try to find something quickly. Okay, so let's refresh this. You know, you got to refresh Underdog after they bump things, or sometimes you still see old lines. So let's refresh this. It looks like the play on Barnes is gone. We still have this play on Porzingis, but obviously you can see they already bumped him down half of an assist. We were trying to bet him under 7.5. Now he's down at 7. Anyways, why does my phone keep fucking logging out? But what we can do is, let's take a look here. Like, what is going on with Alex Caruso? I mean, I'm trying to move quickly. Fuck, they bumped it anyways. Anyways, kind of in a race against the sports books. Trying to lock in these good lines before they move. So, like, Alex Caruso, I mean, that game's about to start. Unfortunately, Donovan Mitchell over 5.5 first quarter total points. Let's take a look at this. Sometimes the first quarter player props, they tend to move slower. So hopefully this one moves slower. And then we have Porzingis under 22.5 points. This play looked absolutely beautiful. Damn, there's just a lot of value today. It was slow yesterday, but today we seem to be back in full swing. So let's go over to Porzingis. And shit, I really need to move quick. We really need to move quick if we're going to lock in this slip. And they already fucking bumped it. So you can see they already locked Porzingis. Again, I'm trying to move quick. I'm trying to give out slips. But, I mean, if they're bumping stuff on me, there's not much I can do on these live streams. But it's better than Twitter. On Twitter, the shit would have been gone in an instant. So let's see what else we got. We also have some plays on ParlayPlay. ParlayPlay, they changed their payouts to be variable format. But that's actually a good thing. So you can see I got done at 2.74x payout. So that's plus 174 odds. 2.74x means putting down 100 to win 274, 100 in profit. So they've actually had a lot of value today, which is pretty surprising on ParlayPlay. On ParlayPlay, they also have a $100 deposit match if you don't already use it. But anyways, let's see if we can find anything before the lines move. Before the lines move. Anyways, I'm not sure if we're going to have time to get off this Mitchell play. Hopefully we do. So they still have him up, so maybe we can find something on Underdog. So we have Donovan Mitchell over 5.5 first quarter total points. That game's about to start. Then we have Vince Williams over 23.5 PRAs. So again, there's just a shit ton of games today. I mean, yesterday was slow, but wow, even Dabble's popping up. We have Keegan Murray over 1.5 threes. This plays fuckers already locked it. Man. Anyways, okay, let's go to Keegan Murray. So we have Keegan Murray over 1.5 threes. We'll find something. We'll find something on Underdog. Then let's go over to Dabble. I mean, it seems like I was a little worried about Dabble. It was a little slower yesterday, but seems like we're kind of back in full swing there. We have Vince Williams over 23.5 PRAs. Again, this is a great time of day to be sports betting just because lineup news is coming out, all sorts of crap like that. And a lot of times there's just good bets. So if you want to tail, move quick because I'm about to lock this in. Derek White over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Rock fucking solid. Let's go. So we have a 3-pick entry, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll put the link in the chat. Fuck, they already locked. Man, they already locked Vince Williams. Like, what the hell? But anyways, we have 2 picks. We just need now we need a third, and then we're going to move on to Dabble because Underdog is bumping things like crazy. Frickin' Underdog intern in the chat. But I'm sure we'll find something. So we have Keegan Murray, Malik Monk under 18.5 points. Monk has been hot. I don't know how I feel about that, but let's take a look. Let's see if they put this line on Donovan Mitchell. They locked it. So this is what's bullshit. Is these books just kind of bumping all the good lines. Scotty Barnes over 4.5 first quarter total points. College basketball play. Scotty Barnes, sure. Let's roll with Scotty Barnes over 4.5 first quarter total points. And here we have a solid little 3-pick entry on Underdog. Again, like I never know what I'm going to be betting on a given day. Just kind of opportunistic. Wherever the value is, that's what I'm going to lock in. Anyways, let me put this in the chat. How do I put this in the chat? Let's take a look. Scotty Barnes. Here's the link. Let's roll with. Put it in the chat. But what we can do now is hopefully we can find some plays on ParlayPlay as well. Again, like they changed to variable payouts. So like on Underdog, you know, every 3-pick entry we hit, we're going to be getting a 6x payout. So you look at Underdog here. Right, we're betting 100 to win 600. This is just like a test slip. I got my new computer, had to make sure it could verify my location. But anyways, this is just like a test slip. That other one, don't bet on, you know, I'm not saying play. Long story short, 3-pick entries are optimal on Underdog. But, yeah, that was just a little test slip. But there we go. We got our first play. And now we can look for some new plays. I think 2 Better has a promo. Anyways, let's see what we got. Shit, man. We got a lot of good plays. I already gave out. Sleeper had some promos. Underdog had some promos earlier today. What do I want to look at? Oh, we want to look at Dabble. And let's hopefully find something on Dabble. Oh, fuck. No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Withdrew from there. No, well, actually, we can look at Dabble. But what I was going to say is I think Better has a promo. I'm not positive, but I think they have a promo. No, Dabble's dry. So there was some really good value on Dabble, but apparently not anymore. I don't know. They've tightened up a bit, but today, I mean, earlier in the day, at least when I was taking a look, there were some good plays. But anyways, let's go over to Better because I think they have a promo. If not, you know, maybe they don't, but let's take a look here. What computer did you get? A MacBook. I'd had the last one for like 5 years. So I just got a new one. I think it'll be quicker, hopefully quicker for streaming. But anyways, once Better loads, we can take a look at them because I thought they had a $20 risk-free bet, but we'll have to see. Anyways, what the hell? Okay, so I think some of the games unfortunately started at 4:30. I should have started this earlier, but I was setting up the computer. So, and then I'm not even sure. And then we can go to ESPN. Hopefully some of our plays that I gave out earlier today are winning, but we'll have to see. Where is better, man? Where is better? So you can see, so we have some value on ParlayPlay. Long story short, what's nice about them, what's annoying about them changing odds is they changed, it just kind of changes the strategy, but it actually appears like there's a good amount of value on ParlayPlay. Why isn't this fucking website loading? Come on, better. How are you not loading on a day where there's 13 NBA games? But let's take a look. What was I going to say about ParlayPlay? What's kind of nice about this site is now you can play 2-pick entries. Before, you wanted to play, really 6-pick entries. That's kind of what was optimal on ParlayPlay. But now, because they have variable payouts, it doesn't really matter how many picks you go with. Everything's just odds-based. So, you can see this. There's been a lot of NBA news today, players sitting out, injury news, stuff like that. So the market, has been in disarray, which is good. That's what's good for us. You want there to be players out. Obviously, I'll say that with a grain of salt. Hopefully nobody gets injured. But again, more lineup news, more line movements means all these books are setting their own lines. So when there's movement in the market, that creates betting opportunities, right? Just kind of like you can see here, the whole market has ripped Monk to being a huge favorite to go under 2.5 made threes. And ParlayPlay, they're giving you the same payout if you take his over or his under. So that seems rock solid. But what we need to do is we need to find something to pair it with, unless they already moved it. Nope, they still have it at minus 129. So obviously it doesn't make sense to pair Kevin Huerter. It doesn't make sense to take Kevin Huerter under 9.5 points, another player on the Kings with Monk. That's something we wouldn't want to do. But we do have some other plays, so we just need to find something to go with. Is better seriously not going to load? Come on, man. I want to take my risk-free bet. And they're going to make me log in again. So anyways, let me lock this in on ParlayPlay before I do anything else. Maybe we'll get, this play looks actually a little bit better. We have Malik Monk, or we could take Keegan Murray under 16.5 points plus rebounds. They're giving us plus 112. No other book even giving you plus money. That seems solid. There's some good plays on Fliff as well. So, damn, we have a lot of value today. I feel pretty good. So we have Monk under 2.5. So, whatever. We can take this college basketball play. Brown under 5.5 assists. Taking way too long, so let's lock in a play. We want Brown under 5.5 assists. So you can see, this is what sucks, is they used to have better payouts than this, but what's nice is they added their alternate lines, which actually have a lot of value. So why don't we just lock this in for, $100. And it's also nice because they've increased their max bet size. So hopefully you can see it. But anyways, let me log into better. See what's going on here. Why are you making me re-log in? But anyways, we got to play on ParlayPlay. And I'll add everything to the tracking sheet. So let's go here. So we're betting 100 to win 313. And Monk under 2.5 threes. And then we have Darius Brown, college basketball, under 5.5 assists. And if you're just tuning in, we also hit this on Underdog. Scotty over 4.5 first quarter. We have Derek White over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. And then we have Keegan Murray over 1.5 made threes. And that's on Underdog. Underdog's a 6x payout. Again, PrizePicks only 5x, which is, obviously why you don't want to play 3-pick entries on PrizePicks. A lot of people know that, but it's true. There's some more value on ParlayPlay again. So not the end of the world that they changed, kind of like how their platform works. Anyways, I needed to log into better. So let's check out better too. I think they have a $20 risk-free bet. Then we can take a look at PrizePicks, but let's see if they let me log in quickly. If not, I'll skip it over for now. Although there was some good value on better, so let's see what we got. What is wrong with this book? Team. Anyways, if I'm not able to log in, invalid email or password. Maybe I forgot my password. Let's see. Let's see. Anyways, let's just move on to another book. Let's move on to another book. What do we have here? So, where do we want to look next? What book should we go to? I mean, there is good value on better, which is a little frustrating. Tyus Jones points. I mean, crazy. A lot of NBA games. NBA is the best sport just because, whenever players are out getting injured, what the hell? No way. Well, actually, this line, I assume this game already started. Celtics game, how are we looking? Yeah, this game already started. So unfortunately, we're going to miss that one. A lot of games starting at 4:30. Well, actually, do they still have Porzingis up? Sometimes they let it, some of these sites, nah, I mean, it already started. So we're going to miss out on that one. Porzingis. But what else do we like? Siakam, under 4 assists, nah. Jared Allen, under 29.5 points plus rebounds. Malik Monk, who's been hot, under 26.5 PRAs. Let's see. So let's go over to PrizePicks as well. Let's load up PrizePicks. And let's see if we can find anything good. Anyways, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get into better right now, but they do have a $20 risk-free bet. Basically, you lose, you get your money back. So if you want to lock in a play on better, I don't know why it logged me out. It's just fucking annoying. But if you want to lock in a play on better, I mean, TJ McConnell under 10.5 points. Like these promos, I say it all the time, but these promos, it's the easiest money you probably will make sports betting is just when they give you a $20 risk-free bet, you lose, you literally get your money back. Doesn't get much easier than that. So definitely take advantage of it. I mean, let's check out TJ McConnell. And maybe I'll figure out how to get into better in a bit. So it's kind of weird because a bunch of these books don't have lines for TJ McConnell. Well, it's probably because the game's about to start. Sometimes better leaves things up for a while until the game starts. Vince Williams over 4.5 assists. I mean, that play seems rock solid. That play seems rock solid. But what we can do is let's just, we have like 16 minutes until most of the games start, so hopefully we can find something. Win or get $20 back. So let's take a look at Underdog. Underdog seemed like it had some good value earlier. I was just slow to some of this stuff. Luka under 9.5 rebounds, and what a surprise. PrizePicks already bumped it. Let's find something to go with. Hot Streak is another solid book. Malik Monk under 26.5 PRAs, Aaron Gordon. Let's take a look. Let's just refresh this. And let's find something on Underdog. So here's what we currently have on Underdog. Scotty Barnes already with 2 points. Please, man, hit a 3. Please. But what we can do is let's take a look. What is going on in the Raptors game? Well, I guess that game just started. So Underdog probably just pulled lines and then it's pulling in some of the live lines. So let me refresh that. Let's get rid of the Raptors-Pacers game. So I want to select all teams and then let's get rid of the Raptors and the Pacers. Live betting is just tricky. Everything just moves fucking fast when you're betting live. So let's try to focus on the 5 p.m. games. And we'll find something. So what games do we have left? What games do we have left starting? So we have Rockets, Grizzlies, Wizards, Pelicans, Spurs, Mavs. There's a ton of NBA today. And it's nice because it's spread out. We got games starting at 6. You got games starting at 5:30. All sorts of stuff. So what we can do, I'm not sure why it's showing me these fucking live games, but let's get rid of here. No live betting. I don't want to live bet. But let's see what we can find. Yeah, there's this play on Malik Monk. Obviously, he's been hot. Kind of seems like the best value on Underdog right now. But again, if I can figure out how to get into better, we can just include that in our better play. So hopefully we can figure that out. But let me just try one more thing. And then maybe PrizePicks. What else do we want to go through? So better has a risk-free bet. Sleeper has a promo. If you haven't taken advantage of it, they just have some discounts on Luka and Booker. Come on, log me in. Oh, fuck yeah, it's logging me in. He had a 607. Okay, let's find something. So now we can go to better. Hopefully they still have this risk-free bet. Midweek mulligan. So again, like, I tell all my friends who don't even like sports betting that much, just take advantage of these promos. Like you can see on better, you have a risk-free bet up to $10 if you use 2 to 5 picks. If you use 6 or more picks, it's actually up to $20. So hopefully it connects my phone and you can see it here in a sec. Paul Reed ain't going over, chill. So we got some talk about Paul Reed. But anyways, let's lock in a better slip. So obviously this bet is risk-free. Whatever you bet, or, you know, like you don't have to be positive EV always. Like, I mean, obviously I am. I follow a very data-driven approach. But I mean, this is risk-free, right? Like if you lose, you get your money back. So play it as safer. Or you can take a long shot. You can go with like a 6-pick entry. It doesn't matter. You lose, you get your money back. I've opted in like 4 times, but I'll do it a 5th time. And if you do 2 to 5 picks, yeah, it's $10. Okay, so let's just take a look here. So I successfully opted in. So what we can do is we can fade Malik Monk. And again, Malik Monk he's been hot. He's been hot. Like I think if you look at his PRA line, I mean, he's basically gone over. He's been going over. But anyways, again, every game's different. Every hot streak has to end. So what do we want to do? We're going to fade Malik Monk. So let's go to the Sacramento game. This game starts at 6. And what we want to do is we want to take him under 26.5 PRAs. Which seems solid. Again, why is the market have his under heavily favored? I don't know. But again, everything's baked into the market. Lineups, injuries, yada, yada, yada. It's all already priced into the odds sportsbooks are putting out. Unless you know Malik Monk and you are friends with him or the coach and you have private information, like you have all these sportsbooks, billion-dollar companies. They're really good at setting lines. They all have his under heavily favored. Anyways, let's go here to the next game, and we have Tyus Jones under 15.5 points. So again, like, 2-pick entries aren't optimal on ParlayPlay. On better. So again, I'm just scheming these books for all their promos. It's a risk-free bet. If we lose, we get our money back, right? So we have Tyus Jones under. We have Malik Monk under PRAs. I mean, maybe we could make like a 4-pick entry. Again, it probably makes sense to play a 6-pick entry because again, I don't want to waste a bunch of time building this slip because, there's other bets we could be looking at. But you see here, over 20.5 on better. All these other books have his line at 21.5. So maybe we make this slip a little bigger. Is middling golf picks between PrizePicks and Underdog worth it? I'm trying to do a better job looking at the chat. Yeah, it's worth it if the middles are big. I mean, it depends how big the middle is, but we were looking last night at NBA season-long props, and there were actually a fair amount of discrepancies, more than I expected in just, season-long props. And then we can go to Josh Green under 16.5. It's a little annoying. Like, I like websites that have a website or, sports books that have a website. It's just easier to use. But anyways, what we can do is we can go here to Josh Green under 16.5 PRAs. So this is Spurs Mavericks game. And again, if we lose, we get our money back. I'll try to make a nice little... So obviously, like, this isn't a play I'd want to play regularly, but with the promo, it's kind of whatever. And then we have CJ McCollum to get a block in Pelicans Wizards. We have Wemby over 2.5 blocks. Obviously, at a triple-double with blocks, betting over 2.5 seems decent, but we'll go to Keontae George over 12.5 points. Where is this? This is the Jazz game. So again, a little bit of a pain in the butt to build the slip, but this is a $20 risk-free bet. We lose, we get our money back. Only up to $10. So I'll just play that. And are you kidding me? So I got to disconnect my phone. Sometimes it's a pain when I'm placing... Sometimes it's a pain when I connect my Mac. So let me just disconnect it. And there we go. And there we have it. So hopefully you can see it. We have Monk under 26.5 PRAs. I mean, it's 5 picks. And you can see it right here. Right here. Monk under 26.5 PRAs. Tyus Jones. I don't know why they make it go away. But Tyus Jones under 15.5 points. $20 or $10 risk-free bet. I apologize. $10 risk-free bet. If you include a 6-pick, it's $20. But I didn't do that. We could have, but oh my God. So ParlayPlay is actually, Dabble used to be the hot girl at the bar, the book with a lot of value, but there's been a lot of value on ParlayPlay. Again, like I thought there wouldn't be much since they changed to variable payouts, but there's actually a fair amount of good stuff. So if you don't use ParlayPlay, like if you want an intro, because this book's reasonably popular, what's the optimal bet size on Hard Rock? It depends. It depends what your bankroll is. Kobe at 3 boards already. Let's go. Awesome. You're the hot dude at the bar. Yeah, I agree with that. But anyways, what was I going to say about ParlayPlay is I thought, Dabble had a lot of value a couple of weeks ago. Now it seems like it dried up. ParlayPlay actually seems like there's just a lot of good stuff on it since they added in this variable payout. Because again, like it's kind of hard to find 6 good picks, when you're trying to make a 6-pick entry. But on ParlayPlay now, you can just do 2 picks and whoa, that seems pretty solid. Here you can see an ARB between FanDuel and Caesars over 2.5 sets. In a random fucking tennis match. Danielle Collins. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that girl's name. Pavlachina. Let's check her out. Who are these people? But anyways, again, like sometimes the value's in tennis. I don't know. Is she good at tennis? But what was I going to say is, you can see here the market is crossed with FanDuel. FanDuel has this at plus 112. A huge discrepancy, so you could just ARB this. Or we can go to Fliff. Where's Fliff? So let's go to Fliff. And Fliff was annoying today. They were locking some bets. But anyways, let's take a look here. And what you can do too, what I sometimes do is if I want to see all sports books, I filter out some books. What the fuck is BetDex? But anyways, you can kind of see here. It's like, yeah, plus 155 seems pretty solid. Nothing crazy. But if you want a tennis sweat for early tomorrow, we can lock that in. So a lot of these books I just don't use. I don't have access to. Like, I think Betano, I'm not even sure where that sports book is, but there's a lot of value on it. But again, like, what's fucking so frustrating about sports betting is like all these books, certain books are only legal in certain locations, yada, yada, yada. So whatever, we can lock in this. I'm going to lock it in. You can do whatever you want. But, seems pretty solid. Over 2.5 sets. Plus 155. It's literally an ARB to FanDuel, right? Like you could bet the over on Fliff, the under on FanDuel, and guarantee yourself a profit. So one of these bets has to be profitable. The market is crossed. You could buy the under at plus, like you could buy at plus one, like you could just bet the over on one book, the under on FanDuel, and make a risk-free profit. So one of those bets has to be good. And if you just kind of like look at the market, seems like Fliff is the one screwing up. FanDuel also is definitely a sharper book than Fliff, a little smarter. Although, but anyways, what can we do next? What should we take a look at? What book should we take a look at? Some college basketball value, NBA, Curry assists. I mean, market has just been ripping towards his over, right? Like, information is reflected in these line movements, right? Maybe, who knows? Like, I don't know. Maybe Klay Thompson is out, so Curry's going to take more of the passing load. I don't know, right? It's all reflected in the market. Maybe, all the sharps are betting is over, so sportsbooks have, said, hey, we had this at minus 130, but given that all the sharp action's coming in on the over, we're going to move it more to like minus 160. But anyways, Curry plus Harden over 14.5 on PrizePicks is lit. Can you look at MLB season bets? So there was some value in, there were some discrepancies. If you just take a look at these MLB season props, the issue is yesterday, Underdog just ripped. I mean, like, they straight up ripped everything away. I think some people bet it in advance, and everything just went away. But there also seemed to be some good futures value, if you like betting on the World Series and stuff like that. So let's take a look here. I forget what teams looked good, but then let's go back to the NBA. Obviously, we got NBA games starting, but a lot of these games are starting at 5, so we probably won't even have time for another bet anyways. But like you can see, Braves plus 600, ESPN and the Score, they copy each other. They have the exact same odds. Twins plus 4,000. I mean, this seems like probably the biggest anomaly. Again, I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest baseball fan in the world, but DraftKings plus 2,000, Pinnacle plus 2383. I'm not sure if any of these books are running any promos either, but I mean, plus 4,000, maybe throw a free bet on it if you have any free bets from promos and stuff like that. Like, that seems decent. Plus 4,000 seems pretty solid. But anyways, let's see what we got. So this play keeps getting better. Vince Williams under 4.5 assists. Plus 141 on ParlayPlay. Average price across the market, plus 122. Pinnacle down to plus 103. Let's take a look. Well, I mean, we still need something to pair it with. That's the thing about these DFS sites is you can't play things as a straight bet, which is a little annoying. So their layout changed a bit. Where's the under 4.5 assists? I don't even see it. Did they just remove it? Under 4.5 assists. Where is under 4.5? I see 2.5, 3.5, 5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. So I guess we missed it anyways. Well, that makes it easy. So I guess they moved that. Durant rebounds. But what do we want to look at? Okay. Maybe we look at PrizePicks. I mean, PrizePicks is a book we haven't really given the time of day. Obviously, PrizePicks, they bump stuff quickly. They move the good lines pretty quick, but let's see. I mean, Chalkboard occasionally has some good promos. Hot Streak is another book. I mean, again, like, ideally you use a bunch of these books. A little dry here. Underdog, we can see. Pulled LOL, they just bumped. Oh my God. So you can see there's a lot of esports line discrepancies popping up. Like if you take a look at this guy, Caria, where are you? So let's take a look here. And again, it's not the most popular sport, but what's nice about it is there's just a lot of games and a lot of line discrepancies. So like, this is crazy, right? This would be a great middle. Caria's line is 1.5 on Underdog. and 3 on PrizePicks. So you could bet the over 1.5 on Underdog. You could bet the under 3 on PrizePicks. If he has 2, you win both bets. So you're kind of like day trading inefficiencies on sportsbooks. Anyways, hopefully I'm up to date here and you guys can see this. I don't know what the lag is for this live stream. Hopefully it's not that bad, but on Underdog and stuff like that, I try to give time to place the bet, but where's the Merlot at? We got coffee today. Let's take a look at Hot Streak. So we can move on to Hot Streak, which again, I know it's not the most popular book, but it's also just a little, it's very strange to me that a lot of these books, you know, like they put things in American odds, or they put things in decimal odds. So you can see Hot Streak has this guy at 1.86. So what is 1.86 in American odds? Well, it's, I forgot the fucking decimal. It's minus 116. So they're essentially giving you his under at minus 116 odds, which seems really solid, right? Like FanDuel has this at minus 160, Pinnacle minus 145. Getting minus 115 seems really good. And then you have Durant rebounds, minus 115. Under 6.5 rebounds, we have Kyrie, under 3.5 assists. Also seems decent. 6.5 assists, I apologize. So what we can do is we can pull up Kyrie assists. And the only thing you want to be careful about with Hot Streak or these variable payout sites is just, you know, making sure. So Kyrie assists, 1.72 is what is listed on Hot Streak. OddsJam has it at minus 135. So 1.72 is like minus 138. But I mean, you know, so maybe not as good of a play. So maybe we want to remove that and go to Durant. Durant rebounds. So we have Suns, Pistons, obviously blowout potential. The Pistons suck. So no flex. I think they have a $50 max bet size. Take this shit. And boom, they took it. Thank you. So there we go. We have a nice little 2-pick entry here on Hot Streak. It's not the most popular book, but there's some good value on it. I mean, we're getting this at minus 115 when the rest of the market has it around like minus 150. It's also crossed with FanDuel. You know, you're never supposed to have an over at plus 122 and an under at minus 115, so the market's crossed anyways. Rip Pistons. So what we can do is, I mean, what are the Pistons? Plus 627. So huge underdogs. But who knows, right? So again, it may seem like a fading KD under 6.5 rebounds, but you know, if the game has blowout potential, it's already priced into the market. It's already priced into the odds that these books are putting out. So we have Durant, Boldy, under 3.5 shots on goal. And then we have Durant under 6.5 boards. And Hot Streak gives me a max of $50. And we're betting 50 to win 173. And again, like all these books, you know, they give you money when you sign up, $100 sign-up bonus, stuff like that. Like, you should ideally use as many as possible in your location because more books means more good bets. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Hopefully our plays win. That would be a great start. Yep, happy Valentine's Day. Appreciate you guys. You're all my Valentines. Where should we go to next? I mean, there's a shit ton of esports line discrepancies. Could take a look at esports. But what NBA games do we still have remaining for tonight? We have Bulls. Well, these games are starting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still have 6 NBA games that haven't started. So there should be a good amount of plays. Also, like, time of the day does matter. I feel like at 8 p.m., these sports books, they probably have less people just on the clock. You know, so maybe inefficiencies, good plays last a little longer. Here's the Fliff play. And then what did I want to lock in? So is it plus 155? Pretty juicy at plus 155. So we have Rose Collins versus, man, she has a complicated name. Over 2.5 sets. So we can see. Let's take a look. Let's see what's available. So we already faded Monk for our better, risk-free bet. Also an opportunity on PrizePicks. I mean, again, I can't tell you why, but he's a big favorite to go under 21.5 points plus rebounds. You have Wemby over 2.5 blocks. If you wanted to make a 6 pick for that better, risk-free, whatever, you could add in Wemby blocks. Maybe if you're lucky, he'll get another triple-double with blocks. What did I want to do? So we want to find some more plays. I mean, it's always that simple. So let's see what we got. I mean, here it's just there's a shit ton of esports line discrepancies, a lot of good middle opportunities. These books are not good at pricing esports. But again, when you only have Underdog and PrizePicks posting lines, it's not really clear, yo, what book is screwing up? What book is messing up their lines? So I have these lucid dreams. So we got a League of Legends play. Or this would be a good middle. Why isn't this fucking loading? Or it is loading. I'm just being an idiot. So we want to go here to, oh man, what do we want? First 2 map player kills. So here it's okay, I mean, it's crazy, right? Imagine if PrizePicks had Wemby's block line at 1 when Underdog was at 2.5. That's essentially what you're getting in esports. But again, the market is very fragmented. There's a ton of games. You can see these. They already locked the previous one we were looking at. But there's a lot of good middle plays. And what's nice about esports is there's just so many damn games. These guys go hard. There's 50 esports games a day. More games, more opportunity. Man, the Hornets are putting on a show. Close game. But what was I going to say? Grizzlies plus 120. That looks pretty solid. I feel like the Grizzlies are always plus 400, but today, playing the Rockets, they're plus 120 on ESPN Bet, which actually doesn't seem halfway bad. If you use ESPN Bet, what's the deal with the line? So lines have been ripping towards them. Probably someone's out for the Rockets. Maybe Jalen Green. I don't know. I don't have my little Twitter account pulled up to monitor the injuries. But you can see, they were plus 160 underdogs. Now they're down to plus 105. A plus 160 underdog. Plus 200 means a 2-to-1 underdog, 1/3 to win, 33.33% to win. Plus, so I guess, they went from being, whatever, 40% to win according to the market to now 50%. But anyways, let's see if we can find something good. So parlay play, meh. Again, definitely don't, if you use this book, there were some good plays. There were some pretty good plays today, so definitely sign up for parlay play. Since they added all these alternate lines and stuff like that, it seems it's nice. These alternate lines, as books have more lines, they have more opportunity to screw up, right? So, oh my God. So, look at this play. Thang. League of Legends. Here's another one. Knowing Underdog, they'll lock this fast as shit, but they have him at 11.5. PrizePicks at 8. It's what the fuck? How do you screw up a player's line by 3.5 points? You would never see that in the NBA. But clearly, Underdog, PrizePicks, they're starting to post esports lines for tomorrow. And, they're just kind of screwing up. Damn. Wow. So what do we want to look at? I'm overwhelmed by the amount of bets, especially after a couple slow days. So maybe we do go to Underdog Fantasy. It would be nice if we could find some NBA plays as well to go with. So we can try. So this is interesting. Points plus rebounds. So let's go to NBA. If I think I see what I see, this could be pretty good, but we'll have to see. Let's go to Fliff. Points plus rebounds. And let's see. What is going on with this guy's line? Underdog dropped him to 18.5. Oh, this fucking game just started. So this game just started, so it just hasn't cleared out yet. But anyways, let's see. So that's the Fliff tennis play. What time does the game start? 4:30 a.m. Mark your calendars. Anyways, what book should we go to next? If anyone's still on, what book should we look at next? Monk under 26.5 PRAs. And again, if you use Sleeper, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but they do have some good promos for today. Some good discounts. So I'm trying to remember what they are. They have Booker, his line discounted to 22.5 points. I'm not sure where is his line. I mean, it's crazy. Booker's line, 28.5, and he has Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal on his team. Crazy. So his line's at 28.5. So you're getting a 6-point discount. Dabble or PrizePicks? PrizePicks, do you love me? Dabble, Little Caesars. But anyways, if we go here to, FanDuel, because a lot of people are skeptical of, maybe these discounts. It's not what I want, man. Just show me the odds. Odds, NBA. But what I was going to say is, getting a 6-point discount is pretty crazy. Like, if you go here to the Suns game and you take a look at Booker, 22.5 is minus 420, 28.5 is minus 106. So that's like a 300-point swing in the odds that you're getting with this discount. So, minus 400 favorite, 4-1 favorite, 80% to win. It's not a lock, but it's a pretty good bump in the win probability. So let's go to PrizePicks. Why not? We haven't given it any attention today. None. So a lot of esports line discrepancies. Some of these plays too, so let's go back here. And let's take a look. And let's just try to build a nice little slip on PrizePicks. And what we can do is hopefully find some good stuff. Again, I'm never going to force a bet if there's not good value. Would rather just not bet. What do we want to go with? What's the first play? Owner over 3, map 1, 2. That's what we want to take a look at. So, again, there's less data points. This isn't like the NBA where you have quite literally hundreds of sports books. All these books have sophisticated models. The NBA is a very liquid, active market. You have literally thousands of people. Millions of dollars bet on the NBA every night. It's a very active market. These books are very, pretty good at pricing, there's hundreds of lines for all these fucking players. It's a little different in esports, but still, that means when the market's less efficient, there's more opportunity. So this owner guy, PrizePicks has his line at 3. Hot streak 4.5, underdog 4.5. Again, you only have two data points, but underdog clearly is telling you The $1 billion company, they're pretty good at setting lines. They have pretty good models. They're taking bets, moving lines around. Like, clearly, they think PrizePicks is way too low. They have his line 50% higher. So that seems solid. And we can go to our boy Doran, 7, 5.5, 5.5. Hot streak, not only do they have his line lower at 5.5, but they have his under as a minus 214 favorite. I mean, that's crazy. Like, they have his under. They have over double the juice on the under, minus 200, 2-1 favorite, 2/3 to win. So just kind of like skipping over these ones where there's only one other data point. I mean, there must be a shit ton of League of Legends tomorrow because there's a lot of discrepancies. There are a lot of discrepancies. So sometimes it's first two map player kills. Sometimes it's just first map. So like you look here, I mean, here's another crazy line discrepancy. 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. And again, you could middle bet all these, right? Bet is over 3.5, is under 5.5. I mean, that seems solid. But what we can do is let's make a little 5-pick flex play. There's a lot of options for esports. Damn. But maybe we try to throw some NBA in there. Hopefully, our NBA plays win. We'll find plays with an edge. And once our NBA plays win, then we'll have some esports plays, which are looking solid. Jaden Ivey, over 3.5 assists. Pistons Suns. You know, you can see here, it's like, clearly the market's ripped him to being a big favorite to go over. PrizePicks, they give you the same payout if you take his over or his under. So we want to take his over, right? You take his over versus his under, you're going to get the same payout. So we want to take his over. He's gone over 3 out of the past, 5 games. But again, every game is different. So you don't want that to kind of like be your betting strategy, is looking at these last 5 charts. So we have a 4-pick entry so far. Yeah. So we have a 4-pick entry so far, which is awesome. But ideally, we need to find a 5-pick entry. But unfortunately, PrizePicks, you can no longer like include players from the same team, or they drastically reduce they reduce your payout. They add in like a payout shift. But so like this play on Peanut, like this guy, we already have a player from his team, so that's not really going to work. So what we can do is we can go to Miru. How the fuck do you spell this guy's name? Oh, well, I'm on an NBA, so he's not an NBA player. There's no NBA player named Miru, that's for sure. But what we can do is we can go here, and now we have a beautiful little 5-pick entry. Again, I just want to make sure no correlation issues. There's no picks from the same game. And again, there's more esports value if we wanted to lock in more esports slips. PrizePicks. Try to bet $50. These assholes tell me, yo, you've made too much money off us. You get a max of $5. Wow, thanks, PrizePicks. Frustrating. But just kind of how it is on some of these books. Again, why you want to use, ideally, as many books as possible. Let me share the link, though. Let's go here. And let me share the link. Where is it? So here we go. I grabbed the link, and here's the PrizePicks slip. What's up, guys? What up, everyone? In Play Live. You only get a payout shift when you take one team's over versus opposing team under. Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, you could middle bet a lot of these esports plays. Kind of up to you. But we can see what else is available. I just want to make sure I'm still looking good. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who, is in here. Hopefully you have big plans. We can take a look at FanDuel too. A lot of times the best value I find on FanDuel is late at night, just like when they first post college basketball lines, a lot of times there's some good opportunity. And again, what's nice about FanDuel and Fliff is they're traditional sports books. You don't need to create a parlay, whereas like on Underdog, you can't just do one pick. You need to, it tells you got to make at least 2 picks. They're limiting even harder now. I know. So how would you middle DFS plays, someone asked. So we can go through that. So why don't we take a look? Let's just refresh this, right? So here, this is a perfect example. Damn, there's just a lot of esports tomorrow. So what you'd want to do is go here on Underdog. It's nothing particularly complicated. Basically, like, if we go here, I'll kind of give you an example. So, and of course, they fucking locked him. Null under 5. So if you like esports, there's a lot of good esports line discrepancies right now. If you're an esports bettor and again, like, if you watch esports, maybe you have your own opinions of the game. That's great. But like, if you're betting under 7 on PrizePicks for 1116, when you could be getting under 9 on Underdog, you're getting ripped off, right? PrizePicks has the line at 7. Underdog has his line at 9. So you'd want to hit the under, the over. And it may not seem like a big deal. Oh, who cares? 7 versus 9. Like, the shit's not going to hit every single time. FanDuel. Like, these middles aren't going to hit every time. But if you look at, let's say, player rebounds, what does 2 rebounds mean in terms of the odds? It's like, well, Derek Lively goes from plus 180 to plus 450. So easily the juice you're paying on PrizePicks and Underdog, like, it's well worth it. So if he has exactly 8 kills, you win both bets. You win the under 9, you win the over 7. And then if he has 9 or 7, you'll push one and you'll win one. So if he has 9, you'll push on Underdog. So if you play a 5-pick entry, it'll go down to being, a 6-pick or a 4-pick entry. And then if he has 7, it'll be the same thing on PrizePicks. So usually, because, you can do this with like 5-pick entries between PrizePicks and Underdog. Again, you want big discrepancies. If the discrepancies aren't big, they're worthless. So you look at this Lucid guy, 2, and then we go over to PrizePicks. His line's at what, 1? I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, that's literally an 100% difference. Like, it may not seem big, but that's a huge difference. 2-1, 9-7. And what we can do is we can go here to Lakai, right? So you'd want him over 5. So it seems like PrizePicks in general is just opening things low relative to the market. So you can see they already locked this play, 5.5, 7 on PrizePicks. But anyways, ideally you'd want to find 5 picks, all big discrepancies, and then you can middle it. In the ideal outcome, right? So let's take a look at this guy Jezu. The ideal outcome. So the ideal outcome, and you can see they're starting to lock shit, especially when I'm on these live streams, like building a long slip because people start locking shit in. They move. And a lot of the value goes away. Like, a lot of the best esports value is when these books first post lines for the upcoming day. But yeah. But anyways, what you'd want to do is just like find 5 big discrepancies. And sure, maybe they don't all hit. Maybe all the Underdog ones hit. But you can play these with insurance, right? And then, let's say you go 4 for 5. And your goal is for those narrow bands of opportunity to, work out. But obviously, like, if you could bet Lively 8+ rebounds and under 10 rebounds between PrizePicks and Underdog, it would be a no-brainer. I mean, again, like, the change in the odds for Luka is minus 200 to plus 120. PrizePicks and Underdog only charge like minus 119 juice. So 2 points is a huge deal. I mean, right? That's a huge swing in the odds. I don't know. But anyways, let's go back here. And what we can do... Yeah, I had the 49ers. I know. I've taken enough shit for that. Fuck the 49ers. Oh my God. What a horrible. I felt great at first, and then I felt horrible. Anyways, here's another line on Hot Streak. Let's go back here to Hot Streak. And again, the PrizePicks play, I threw the link in the chat, but I can do that again. Just for anyone who missed it. Cancel. Okay. So let's go back here. Here's the PrizePicks play, and let me just put the link in the chat for anyone who missed it. I'm not sure if they bumped anything. I don't control when these books, bump lines. Here's the PrizePicks link. Can you find something on Chalkboard? Yeah, so Chalkboard, honestly, I just personally haven't seen really any value on it. At least, well, there has been. That's not completely true. Lawson Krause to score a goal. That seems decent, but, I mean, unless you need to bet something on Chalkboard, I've just been using it for promos. If you go over to Chalkboard. Yeah, so I've just been, do they have, oh no, this isn't a promo. This is just a discount, like an alternate line. But what was I going to say is, yeah, I've just been using it for promos. Because they have some pretty good promos. It's like Sleeper. Like, Sleeper is a book. I almost never find value on Sleeper, but it's worth having just for the good promos. And we can take a look at, like, Better. Whatever. Let's see what we got. Wemby under 10.5 rebounds. That seems solid. So let's go here. And let's go to... What do we want to go to? Fuck. Oh, Hot Streak. So you can see here, it's like, okay, every book has Wemby as a big favorite to go under 10.5 rebounds. Hot Streak is the only book to have his over favorite. It's like, yo, what are you guys doing? So we can go here to Wemby. Under 10.5 rebounds. So they have that at minus 105. You can see their app says 1.93. That's in decimal odds, which means minus 107.5. Again, there's some rounding there, so maybe it's more like minus 106.2 or whatever. Like, it's a little weird that they do that. But obviously, seems like a really good play. Wemby under 10.5 rebounds. So now we just need to find a pair, if there is any good pair. Is there any good pair? Fox under 25.5 points. And you can see they already bumped it to 1.92 from 1.96. So this is kind of the issue with Hot Streak. They bumped it to 1.92. Or fuck, I already lost him. So I want to go back here. Wemby. Come on, load up, baby. So they bumped it to 1.92, which means minus 109 odds, which still seems solid. But again, it's obviously not as good as minus 105. Some of the value goes away. And it may not seem like a big deal again, but minus, you obviously don't want to be getting shitty prices, shitty odds. So what else is there? AD under 27.5 points. So again, like, I'm not saying it's the sexiest book. I'm not saying I like their customer support. Because honestly, I think this book's pretty annoying. But they just have good value. Like here, you can see AD. All these books have his line at 26.5 or 25.5 with the under favored. They have him at 27.5. It's like, what are you doing? So what I can do is I can go to AD and take him under 27.5 points. And you can see they just moved a little towards his under from minus 119 to minus 124. And so they're at 1.79. So again, just what's annoying about this book is they kind of tick around their odds. So they moved it. They just moved down AD's line. I mean, still seems solid there. And you can see Wemby, market's no longer available. Oh, the game's starting. Fuck, sorry guys. I didn't realize the game was starting. It's 5:30, so I guess they automatically pull props at, the time the game starts. But long story short, definitely a good book. At least in terms of finding value. it's kind of a hot girl at the bar. So what we can do is hopefully find some other good plays. So we can take a look at Dabble. Why not? Not much available. There were some good lines earlier. Don't really know what happened, but now it seems kind of dried back up. Maybe it's because we're on the live stream. Let's take a look at ParlayPlay. Let's see what we got. Monk Allen. So let's take a look. So ParlayPlay pretty dry. We got some good plays earlier. Let's take a look at Underdog. It seems like it's going to be a lot more of these esports. Yeah, it's just a fuck ton of esports line discrepancies with PrizePicks. Probably some pretty good middle plays if you care enough to look for them. So, yeah, a lot of esports line discrepancies. 13 bets live. Best time of the night. Nah, Dabble still got value. You guys are too slow. There was some value earlier today. Dabble got old quick. I know. Dabble, they definitely sharpened up. That's a fact. Anyways, there's some more line discrepancies, esports stuff on like PrizePicks, but kind of gonna be repetitive. Some of the plays I'm sure we've already hit. Some good middle stuff like that. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. Hopefully our plays win. And yeah, thanks so much for your time.